I can't stand the word empathy, actually. I think empathy is a made-up New Age term that does a lot of damage.
This is the thing that people have to realize about the alphabet mafia, is that it's not just about two dudes being able to get married. First, it was like, no, we want to be able just to have social acceptance of like two women or two men together. That was like their first thing, like will and grace, like, okay, fine, whatever. Then it was, we need marriage because it's all about equality, and love is love. Love is what we need. And then they won the, I can never pronounce, Oberfell, right, decision in 2011, 2012. And so then marriage equality was the law of the land, overturning other states that believed marriage was one man and one woman, a national takeover of our laws, an unprecedented federal takeover. No one wanted to oppose them. Like, okay, this will get rid of the gay issue. That's what we thought, right? Oberfell was 2015. I'm sorry, you're right. Thank you. And so there was this desire by, let's say, peace-loving conservatives. And it was very tempting to fall into line here. And in some ways, I was young and naive, and I fell into line with this too. There was this desire that the issue of gay marriage and LGBT, whatever, was going to go away. That it was, okay, marriage, now we can no longer talk about it. In fact, that was the argument that a lot of conservatives would give. That is the argument that a lot of conservatives would say in 2014, 15, 16. Let marriage happen, we'll never have to talk about it again. Instead, it's the opposite. The opposite is that gay marriage happens, we're talking about gay stuff more than any other time. Why? Because they are not happy just having marriage. Instead, they now want to corrupt your children.
No one really cares when it's HR managers. No one cared when it was, just kind of paper shufflers or even engineers. But now when it's like, wait, hold on a second. You're going to remove my appendix and you're a black lesbian. Sorry, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
Okay, so if you had a daughter and she was 10 and she got raped and she was going to give birth and she would, and she was going to give birth and she was going to live. Would you want her to go through that and carry her baby?
That's awfully graphic.
But it's a real life scenario that happens to many people.
The answer is yes, the baby would be delivered.
Oh, okay, great. So that's insane.
I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights.
Religious freedom. Really? Did the Founding Fathers have in mind Mohammedans coming to the great state of Texas or one of our states? America has freedom of religion, of course. But we should be frank. Large, dedicated Islamic areas are a threat to America. Because of DEI, it begs the question when you see a black pilot, you wonder, you say, I hope they are qualified. If I'm dealing with somebody in customer service who's a moronic black woman, I wonder, is she there because of her excellence, or is she there because of affirmative action? It almost creates thought patterns that are not necessarily. Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called the racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously.
People always say, well, we're a successful multicultural experiment. For now, multiculturalism is a very, very difficult project. In fact, we should have uniculturalism. One culture, Americanism. We have one culture that you assimilate towards. One. We should not put up with all these different pockets of culture. You assimilate towards the American culture. Of course, you can have history and traditions, and we play Scottish bagpipes, for goodness sake. The point, though, is that you are Americans. We need to get rid of this hyphenated American. Well, I'm a Vietnamese American, and I'm an Indian American, and engage in reality more and get outside of the abstract clouds. Reject feminism. Submit to your husband, Taylor. You're not in charge. And most importantly, I can't wait to go to a Taylor Kelsey concert. I can't say it without laughing. You got to change your name. If not, you don't really mean it.